dust. He's no longer the president and GM of the Colts. Much of the players that we all got to know through Super Bowls or certainly playoffs are gone. And Andrew Luck is going to be the symbol now of the new beginning of the Indianapolis Colts. And I guess if you were going to have a guy to symbol a new beginning, you'd tab him first, wouldn't you, Coach?
I don't think there's any question. There's nothing he can't do. He's got prototype size, athletic ability, great decision maker, one heck of a kid. The only thing I worry about is Andrew Luck getting into a new offense. This West Coast offense was pretty good for him at Stanford. He's going to have to learn from Bruce Arians, who just comes over from the Steelers. That'll be a challenge. And the Indianapolis Colts are not a very good football team. They don't have a supporting cast like Peyton Manning had. Peyton Manning had he had Marshall Faulk. He had Marvin Harrison, Ken Dilger, Pro Bowl left tackle, and Tarek Wren. He's got his work cut out for him.
Offensively, the Indianapolis Colts right now resemble an expansion team on paper. You got a center, you got a left tackle. Tight end, nothing to speak of. Wide receiver Reggie Wayne brought back tail end of his career. Running back situation questionable. So for Andrew Luck, remember John Elway in 1983 struggled. Dan Marino, next to last pick in the first round, lit it up. Elway had a great career though. Andrew Luck may struggle, Griffin may do well, but Andrew Luck's going to be fine.
Ryan Grigson, the new GM, Chuck Pagano, the new coach, and maybe a new QB.
With the first pick in the 2012 NFL Draft, the Indianapolis Colts select Andrew Luck, quarterback, Stanford.
It's pretty much or assumed, and then for the last week or so, it's been known for sure that Andrew Luck, 31-7 at Stanford, certainly someone that commands all sorts of presence, someone who in 3 years threw for close to 10,000 yards, 82 TDs, 22 interceptions, and is a much better overall athlete than you would think. Is that fair to say, Mel?
No question about it. We think about what Cam Newton did in the NFL with the Carolina Panthers. Andrew Luck comes out last year, which he could have. He would have been the #1 pick for the Carolina Panthers. Cam Newton may have been a Buffalo Bill. History, as we know, would have been rewritten. So when you think about Andrew Luck, that's how good he is. Best, in my opinion, a quarterback since John Elway in 1983. Would have gone ahead of Cam Newton last year. Now he's with a Colt team. Has to do a job. Ryan Grigson, the new GM, has got to build up that talent base around the quarterback. So his career resembles Peyton Manning, not Archie Manning, who never had the personnel around him to be the great quarterback he could have been. Look at Andrew Luck. You talk about the size, the cerebral approach. He has mobility. He has enough arm strength. People say he doesn't have this howitzer for an arm. Perfect mechanically throwing the football. Great work, bends that, and he throws the football. I think he can throw in all angles. We're talking about his motion. He can alter that when he has to, when he's pressured. Tremendously accurate. He is deadly accurate in the red zone. Think about this. In the red zone, 73.8% completion percentage, 27. 0 interceptions. That's spectacular. David Shaw, head coach, said, I can't put enough on this kid's plate. He is ready mentally, physically for the NFL. A more mobile, more athletic Peyton Manning. He'll do his job. Will the Colts brass, will the Colts front office do their job, building up that personnel around Andrew Luck? This kid, to me, as I said, the best since John Elway, 1983. And people say, well, go to Manning in 98. Manning had some critics. There were some in the league, the NFL, that thought Ryan Leaf was better. I had people in the league say to me his name was Peyton Jones, not Peyton Manning. It'd be a third-round pick. Nobody has criticized or said anything negative to me in the league about Andrew Luck. He is the consensus #1 guy, and no question the best to come around in a long, long time.
And you said on the pregame, if you will, Coach, right here, Andrew Luck, as impressive as we've seen.
He's
ready to go. Well, very fittingly, we go to the Bud Light Blue Room with a man that'll be wearing blue, and that is Andrew Luck with our Susie Colbert. Good evening, Susie.
Good evening, Chris. Andrew, how did the reality match the dream?
Oh, it was great. It was everything I've ever thought it would be. You know, I just feel so blessed, so fortunate to be in this situation, and, you know, can't wait to start with the Colts.
For something that was a done deal, that certainly was a long phone call. What was the gist of that?
Well, I think a lot of excitement, so you might as well, talk to them and then get some feelings out.
What's the message to Colts fans?
Just hope for the best. We'll come in, work hard. I know there's a lot of great guys in the locker room already, and I feel so honored, so grateful to be able to represent the city now and be a part of the team.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Susie, Andrew, thank you very much. And when we return, there's the next man whose name you will hear. Will be commercial free for the rest of the hour, thanks to Bud Light, GMC, and Nike. Back in New York with a Redskins pick in a moment.
ESPN's coverage of the 2012 NFL Draft is commercial-free for the rest of the hour. Presented to you by Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Here we go. And in part by GMC, the official vehicle of the NFL. And Nike. Fast is faster.
Welcome back to New York, everybody. Andrew Luck has now been selected by the Colts. The Washington Redskins are now on the clock because this was a pick originally owned by St. Louis, but they swapped their ones. It cost the Redskins a 2 this year, a 1 next year, a 1 after that, but they get to do the following. Pick this man, as announced by Commissioner Roger Goodell.
With the second pick in the 2012 NFL Draft, the Washington Redskins select Robert Griffin III, quarterback, Baylor.
Certainly excitement, if you like that, is coming to the nation's capital for head coach Mike Shanahan, general manager Bruce Allen and the Skins, a team that won only 5 games last year, but interestingly enough, swept the Super Bowl champion Giants. The year before, what they beat the Super Bowl champion Packers. I guess they just got to play championship teams, and Griffin is ready to do that. Will he solve the quarterback problem in year 3 for Mike Shanahan, a young man who was 23-17 as a starter at Baylor? But if you want excitement, plays on the move, and the Redskins need all sorts of that at quarterback, they've really been trying with Coach Shanahan, Donovan McNabb and Rex Grossman and John Beck. Well, now, perhaps, they hope it's all changed, Coach.
No question, and a lot of people don't realize how much pressure is on Robert Griffin. They gave up a lot, the Washington Redskins. I give them credit to go get this young man and address a position where they desperately need help. Remember, this kid runs 4.3 on AstroTurf or grass. I don't care, that's fast. He's a difference maker the way he runs and creates plays. He's a great kid. He's coming from an offense that is totally different than the one he's going to run in Washington. I have a lot of confidence that this is the move that could push the Redskins back into business.
John, I think what led to this was the frustration within that organization of beating the Giants twice this year, had nothing to show for it. Beating the Green Bay Packers 2 years ago, eventual Super Bowl champion, nothing to show for it. In a division with Michael Vick, Tony Romo, and Eli Manning, you got to keep up. You're going to be in the cellar year in and year out, even though you have some pretty good personnel at other spots. Look at RG3. 6'2" and 3/8. I don't usually talk about height that often, but 28 of the 32 starting quarterbacks in the NFL are 6'2" or taller. He needed to be over 6'2". He was. You watch him this year, light it up on the deep throws. That's Terrence Williams there. He's my #1 rated senior wide receiver going into this coming season. Talk about the red zone. 64.7%, 13 touchdowns, only 1 pick. John, you talked about the 4.3 speed. He has that hurdling background, more of a straight line guy, but a better pure passer coming out than Michael Vick was. Not the runner, the darter, the change of direction guy that Vick is, but Robert Griffin III can keep the chains moving. He can extend plays, and I'll tell you what, he's got some room. He can go 40, 50 yards for a touchdown in the NFL. Even in college he did it. He'll do it in the NFL as well. RG3 to me, the simplistic offense, that run-and-shoot type offense, John, you talked about. How quickly will Mike Shanahan adjust to suit what he does best, like Carolina did for Cam Newton, will be critical. Throwing in the much tighter windows, how will he handle that? That'll be important moving forward. And he did it Baylor this year. Had very good talent around him. We're seeing the highlights. We're seeing guys